Somewhere, right now, a retired teacher is opening her banking app. She is fully expecting her Social Security deposit, the one she's received every month for 11 years. The number on the screen is 0. Not low, 0. The deposit came in that morning. Someone who called her the day before had already moved it out. The FTC reported that Americans aged 60 and older lost $2.4 billion to fraud in 2024 alone. The majority of that money was taken through a phone. Not through a hacked server, not through a sophisticated breach. Through ordinary things people did on their own devices. Things they didn't know were dangerous. And right now, in 2026, the people running these schemes are better at this than they have ever been. I want to walk you through exactly what those things are. Not vague warnings, specific actions, specific habits, specific patterns that need to stop. I'll give you the real numbers. Before we get into it, I want to be upfront. What you hear today is general information, not financial or legal advice. These are real federal agency rules, and I'll point you to the sources so you can verify everything yourself. There's one particular scheme I'm saving for near the end of this. I've been doing this long enough to know that most people have never heard of it, and it has the highest individual loss of any Medicare fraud type in the data. Stay with me. Everything on this channel is sourced from federal agency rules and current reporting. The SSA, CMS, the FTC, the OIG. No guessing, no exaggeration. If that's the kind of plain English breakdown you want, subscribe now and you'll get a new one every week. The first thing you need to stop doing on your phone: giving your Medicare number to anyone who calls you. Your Medicare beneficiary identifier, the number on your red, white, and blue card, it is not a password you can change if it gets out. And right now, it is the most aggressively targeted piece of information in senior fraud. Here's the scheme running hardest in 2026. A caller tells you that Medicare is issuing new cards. Sometimes it's a plastic card with a chip. Sometimes it's an updated card with enhanced security features. They say your current paper card is expiring or that your existing number has been compromised. Very professional. Calm. They may already know your name and your mailing address, which makes it feel legitimate. The caller ID on your phone may actually show the word Medicare or a government number. That technology is called spoofing. It costs almost nothing to use and allows any scammer to make any number appear on your screen. A caller ID that says Medicare means nothing. Here is the fact that ends this call cold. Medicare does not issue plastic cards, chip cards, or any kind of card with new security. That is intentional. Medicare is not switching card formats in 2026. There are no plans to do so. The only time Medicare replaces your card is if yours is lost or if fraud was already committed using your number. And in either case, they contact you by mail, not by phone. Nobody from Medicare will ever call you to update your card or confirm your number. If that call comes, hang up without answering any further questions. Then call 1-800-MEDICARE. That's 1-800-633-4227 directly to report it. The second thing you need to stop doing: tapping links in text messages that claim to be from Social Security or Medicare. This one has exploded in 2026, and I want to explain exactly why. Because it exploits something real. When the annual cost of living adjustment went into effect this year, tens of thousands of text messages went out to Social Security recipients. The messages said something like, the link in the message led to a website that looked exactly like the real SSA website. Same logo, same fonts, same layout. You could not tell the difference at a glance. If you entered your My Social Security username and password on that site, you handed a fraudster the login to your real account. From there, they change your direct deposit information. Your next payment goes to their account, not yours. It's that direct, and it takes them minutes. The rule is absolute. The Social Security Administration does not send text messages with links asking you to confirm anything. Neither does Medicare. If a text arrives that appears to come from either agency and contains a link, do not tap it. Delete the message. If you want to check anything related to your Social Security account, open a browser yourself, type ssa.gov in the address bar, and log in from there. The third thing you need to stop doing: allowing anyone to remotely access your phone or computer on the basis of a phone call. This one has been circulating for a few years, but it intensified significantly in 2026, and the damage it causes is complete. The call comes from someone claiming to be technical support, from the SSA, from Medicare, from your bank, sometimes from something called a government cybersecurity office. The story is that a virus has been detected on your device, and it is putting your benefits account at risk. They can fix it right now, remotely. All you need to do is download an app, usually AnyDesk or TeamViewer, and allow them to connect. The moment you grant that access, the person on the other end can see and control everything. They open your banking apps. They initiate wire transfers. They change your account password so you can't get back in. The average time from the moment access is granted to the— Think about that for a second. Under 10 minutes from "sure, go ahead" to a drained account. No warning, no second chance, no way to stop it once it starts. No government agency has a technical support line that calls seniors about device threats. The SSA does not have a cybersecurity division that contacts people by phone. Medicare does not monitor your device for viruses. These do not exist. If anyone calls and asks you to download an app or grant remote access to your device, hang up. There is no version of this call that is legitimate. Here is a practical step worth taking right now. Go into your phone's app settings and look for any remote access software you don't recognize. AnyDesk and TeamViewer are the most common. If you see them and you didn't install them yourself, uninstall them immediately and call your bank. The fourth thing you need to stop doing: sharing any personal information. I want you to understand why this scheme works so well right now, because there have been genuine changes to Social Security and Medicare in 2026. New COLA adjustments, changes to Part D drug costs, updates to Medicare savings programs. Scammers read the same news you do. They use real changes as cover. The call sounds completely legitimate. A calm, professional voice explains that there's been an update to your account and they just need to confirm a few details: your Social Security number, your bank account number for direct deposit purposes, or your Medicare number to update your file. They may already know your name, your address, or the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. That information gets purchased in bulk from data breaches, and it's cheap. Have you ever had a caller already know your address before you said a word? That's not a coincidence. Here is the rule at the center of this. The Social Security Administration almost never initiates phone calls to beneficiaries. When the SSA does call someone, it is only because that person already has an open case, a dispute, a pending application, something they started first. The SSA does not call out of the blue to notify you of a benefit change and ask for your personal information. If a real change is happening to your benefits, you will receive a letter through the mail first. A letter. Not a call, not a text, not an email with a link. A physical letter. If a caller tells you there's been a change to your benefits and they need to confirm your information, hang up and call the SSA directly at 1-800-77-21-213. Use the number. What's the single most suspicious thing a caller has ever said to you about your benefits? Drop a comment below. I read every one of them, and the patterns people share help me spot what new variations are circulating. Now we get to the one I mentioned at the beginning, the one with the highest individual loss in the data, and honestly, the one that surprises people the most when they hear how it works. The fifth thing you need to stop doing: giving your Medicare number or banking information to anyone offering free medical equipment over the phone. The FTC data puts the median individual loss for this type of fraud at $2,210 per incident, and it has been running aggressively in 2026, in part because of real confusion around the new Medicare Part D rules this year. The call offers something free: a back brace, a knee brace. The caller says Medicare covers it completely, no cost to you, and they just need your Medicare number to verify your eligibility and process the order. It sounds reasonable. Medicare does cover durable medical equipment under the right circumstances. That part is true, which is exactly what makes this scheme so effective. What they are actually doing is one of two things, and sometimes both. They are billing Medicare in your name for equipment that either doesn't exist or will never arrive, committing insurance fraud that can eventually flag your account and complicate your legitimate coverage. Or they are selling your Medicare number on the dark web, where it will be used to file fraudulent claim after fraudulent claim until someone catches it. In documented cases, a single compromised Medicare number has been used to submit. Your healthcare identity gets put to work for someone else, and untangling it is a long and exhausting process. Real medical supply companies do not cold call seniors. They receive a prescription from your doctor first. The order flows from your physician to the supplier. You don't initiate it, and a stranger calling your phone is not part of that process. If anyone calls offering free equipment and asks for your Medicare number, hang up and report it to the OIG fraud hotline at 1-800-4478-477. So here is where we stand. Never give your Medicare number to a caller. There are no new chip cards, and Medicare contacts you by mail. Never tap a link in a text claiming to be from Social Security or Medicare. The SSA does not send login links by text. Never allow remote access to your device on the basis of a phone call. No government agency has a tech support line that calls you. Never share real changes come by mail, not phone. And never give your Medicare number or banking information in exchange for free medical equipment. Real suppliers start with your doctor's prescription, not a cold call. You did the right thing staying through this. Most people find out about one of these schemes after it's already cost someone they care about. You now know all 5, and you know exactly what's behind each one. One thing I'd ask, think of one person in your life who is on Medicare or Social Security and share this with them. A parent, a neighbor, a friend from church. One conversation about these 5 things. So share this with every senior you know who's on Medicare or Social Security. It's the kind of thing that prevents a disaster before it starts. The next video covers something that catches a lot of people completely off guard. A specific thing to check on your direct deposit that can stop the most common account redirect scheme. Once you know what to look for, it takes 5 minutes. Subscribe so you don't miss it.